Alright, so here is the second episode of the Prelude to the Attitude Era, which is going to lead into the Attitude Era. I'm going to have try the same roster. Not the same roster, but keep the players that I felt had the most storylines, the most fun storylines, and all that. We start off with Salvia Vega versus Jesse James in a pre-show match. It's just a way for me to book them, keep them around. Salvia Vega beats Jesse James. We then start off with the debuting of Val Venus. Notice how his gimmick is cocky, not the porn star, because his he had been rated badly if he had the porn star gimmick, and pretty the 77 is pretty decent. Val Venus is one of those guys that can bounce from face to heel throughout his whole entire career, and I see him bouncing face to heel in this because I mean, there's a lot of guys who I can just see as just heels and just faces, but he's a guy who can do both. He sadly has to lose to Bob Holly, as I don't have a lot of mid card and lower faces that I see losing right now. Since Val Venus needs it more than Bob Holly, because I see Val Venus has more potential than Bob Holly, so Bob bites the bullet here. We then go to the Smoking Guns calling out the Body Donnas, and they brawl. Then here, Barry Windham is debuting as an old school face, and that gets a pretty good rating again. And Goldust beats him now, and this is Goldust's first Intercontinental title defense. Donis can debut Barry Windham in a good manner, give Goldust a match, give Goldust a way to retain the title, and move the IC title hopefully above the crappy storyline arc, which isn't over, but to give it away, to give the storyline some heat, so I don't keep him getting punished for having more heat, and continue that. Roddy Piper hosted Piper's Pit, which he taunts Triple H and eventually Piper cheap shots him. And if you notice, Chyna debuted and with her female bodybuilder gimmick, and she helped Triple H door segment. That's why I hired Chyna. She helps Triple H. She has good chemistry with him, so it's smart for me to have her with him because it doesn't hurt at all. I mean, down the line, if she starts having attitude problems, I'll let her go. And plus, she's dating Triple H at the time, so I figured give his little morale a boost. But yeah, like normally, like Piper cheaps on Triple H would be like a bad thing, but you know, I think in the mid '90s, Piper is respected. People knew his like shtick and like loved Hot Rod. I mean, look at the WrestleMania 12 uh, brawl across California at Goldust. Once again, here's a way for Sable debuts. I signed her just for the sole purpose of one, she had good chemistry with Mark Mara, and two, she she made him happy, so he's no longer negative influence in the locker room. And Stone Cold beats Mark Mara here after interference from Goldust, and this is advancing the IC title once again, moving the storyline forward out of the crap, which I'm probably good with. And then right here, Goldust reveals himself to be the masked attacker, and this is setting up a match versus each other in your house. We then have the Camp Cornette have a promo about Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, respectively. They main event against Marty Jannetty and Yokozuna. Marty Jannetty and Yokozuna are just a throwaway tag. I just threw them together as their two guys who Marty Jannetty, I'm gonna push down a card, probably faster than Yokozuna. Maybe I can sign The Rock and have him team with Yokozuna. I think that'd be pretty cool. So we start off. So we get like a 76 rating. It's still not what we want, but at least we're not getting punished anymore. Just solid pushing forward. It's not. I'm not gonna just get crapped on by WCW the whole entire time. Actually, this is like the same rating they had the last show. Let's see if they have gone forward. Here's Lex Luger, and here's the beautiful Trish Stratus. If you play TEW, these things are pretty cool. And then some emails, and then WCW. Oh, didn't even click that. They have they have a good rating here. We have pre-show Eddie Guerrero losing to Dick Slater. Kevin Sullivan defeating Joey Maggs. Then we have Randy Savage Hulk brawling. One man gang defeated Scotty Riggs. Scott Hall defeated that guy I didn't know last week. Then Jeff Jarrett, Bobby Eaton, Stevie Ray beat Jerry Lynn, Sergeant Parker, and Pittman. Now, I'll have to say something about Jarrett and a couple other guys. Lex Luger defeated Ric Flair, and that sounds ridiculous. And Hollywood Hogan and Kevin Nash defeated Road Warriors. So if you notice, if you get smart yourself, Jeff Jarrett, Chris Jericho, a couple other guys in WCW aren't there, but they end up going there at the time. So I figured I'll put them on WCW. Like Chris Jericho, I mean, I could sign him right now and just make him a huge star, but that's not what happened, and that's not what I want to do. I want to make it organic and kind of pretty real to things. That's my point of view. It's not gonna be same stars. It's not gonna be same WrestleMania main events. Actually, have one WrestleMania from one match from WrestleMania 13 that's gonna be there. Then WrestleMania 14, I'm not sure. WrestleMania 15, not sure. Just saying, I'm gonna keep some storylines and stuff like that pretty close. But like when Chris Jericho's contract's up, I'm gonna sign him. When Eddie Guerrero's contract's up, sign him. Dean Malenko, I'm gonna sign him. Chris Benoit, I'm not like I might sign him, I might not. I really don't like thinking about Chris Benoit because I mean he's a murderer, and people are entitled to have their opinion about it. But I don't like using him. I don't like seeing his face. It makes me rather uncomfortable. So that's the show for the week. Thank you for watching. Oh, New Jack joins NXT, my developmental brand. Maybe I find that funny. Maybe I should sign him, make him a little champ. Have a good day. My next video is gonna